Broadcasting live from homes all around the world, it's Adam Blattner's Live from Lockdown Variety Hour, featuring performances from The Chris and Paul Show, Maite Gomez-Rejón, Nick Holson, Zilla Vodnas. And now sit back, relax, and imagine a world where your biggest concern is needing a haircut. It's Adam Blattner.
That's me. Hi, everybody. Woo! All right. We're here. Can you hear me? You can see me. All right. Great. Welcome, everybody, to Live from Lockdown Variety Hour. I am your host, Adam Blattner. And boy, oh boy, right before we came on, everything decided to stop working. So it just started working again. I'm glad you're here. We have some really exciting guests, really fun show for you. Today, I'm going to start us off with a song. I'm going to bring it way back. This is a song. I was taking classes at the Groundlings, and we had an assignment to use a skill that we had. And I was just starting to write songs at the time. So I thought, I'm going to write a song. And at the time, the Jonas Brothers were big. Oh, yeah. And they've come back. So you guys, it's all relevant again. But they were teenagers. They were in high school. And everybody was really into them. And I have a secret. I also was into the Jonas Brothers at the time. Well, musically, I'm saying. I was in them musically. And there's a lot of music that that we all listen to that I've heard it referred to as your windows up music. This is the music you listen to when your car windows are up. Remember when we used to go outside? So we had an assignment to do a sketch, and I decided, I'm going to come up with my partner who I was writing the sketch with. We decided we're going to come up with this fake Jonas Brothers band so I could write some of this Jonas Brothers style music. And we were going to be these brothers, the Porter brothers. At the time, people were having, they were in Justin Bieber, having Bieber fever. We figured we'd be Luke and Eli Porter, and our fans would have Porter disorder. So we wrote some songs. I wrote some songs for this fake band, Luke and Eli, these brothers. And I thought, they're the kind of these rejected kind of Jonas Brother types. And I thought, well, maybe they're rejected because they write songs that are kind of too real about being in high school. So this is what high schoolers sing about. So this is one I wrote for Luke and Eli, these fake Jonas Brothers. And this is about really what high school parties are like. Here we go. Oh, baby, yeah, we're having a party. It's a party in the basement. Throw your hands in the air. Everybody's gonna be there. So throw away all your cares. It's a party in the basement. Throw your hands in the air. Just forget about your boyfriend, 'cause you know that I'll be there. Daddy's going out on a Friday night. He doesn't know that everybody's coming over tonight. I scored a couple cases of natty ice after we paid $50 to a homeless guy. It's a party in the basement. Throw your hands in the air. Don't forget to bring your lip gloss, 'cause we're gonna play truth or dare. It's a party in the basement. Throw your hands in the air. You might wake up tomorrow with alcohol in your hair. Well, I sprayed some Max, I'm gonna get it on. You know that I get crazy when my homework's done, and yeah, I drive myself, and that's legit. Ever since I got my hands on my learner's permit, I wait until my grandpa has hit the sack, and then I leave in his old 3 Cadillac. I got the way to make the ladies put their heads on the pillows. Wanna show up to the party with a pack of cigarillos. Party in the basement. Throw your hands in the air. Don't forget to... Shit, I haven't sang this in a long time. We can make out on the sofa, or we can sit in that wicker chair. It's a party in the basement. Throw your hands in the air. You might wake up tomorrow with alcohol in your hair. Wow, it's been a while. Here we go. Okay, I got it. Second verse. I'm with this fly girl making hot romance until she vomited outside in the potted plants. But then the fun came to a stop when the neighbors called the cops. It's a party in the basement. Throw your hands in the air. Everybody's gonna be there. So stow away all your cares. Sing it! It's a party in the basement. Throw your hands in the air. Here come the paramedics, taking someone to urgent care. It's a party in the basement. Throw your hands in the air. Everybody's gonna be there. Stow away all your cares. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope y'all were singing along at home. And that's what it's really like. That's what high school is really like. I'm just trying to dish the truth to you. I'm trying to let you know what's going on. Let's check in on our comments. I want to know who's watching. Please holler in the comments. Let me know who you are, where you're watching from, what's going on where you are. We got Kevin's story. He's glad to be here. Okay. Hey, we got Leah Sprecher-Stevens, who was on the show last week and was just fantastic, who says yes. Yes. All right. We have Myrna Konis watching Adam. She's watching me. I always feel like somebody's watching me. I got my cousin, David Trachtenberg. We got Matthew Tobin's basement is rocking. Where are you guys? Let's see. Somebody tell me where you are, where you're calling in here, where you're commenting in from. I have also been told there's a delay on Facebook, a few seconds. So if I say the thing and then you said it and I didn't see it, oh my God, it's crazy. Hey, we got Chloe and Bridget and I are here. Ian, hey, you guys. I know that Chloe likes to show me her fork. All right, we got Bill Larkin from Chicago, a friend of Peter Marino. A friend of Peter Marino is a friend of mine. Howdy, Bill. All right, let's see. Okay, Nancy Greenfield is in the kitchen. She's eating and rocking. All right, without further ado, my friends, I'm so excited to bring out our first guest. She is a storyteller and stand-up comedian originally from Bushwick, Brooklyn. She's been a featured performer at the Harlem Comedy Festival and HBO's Women in Comedy Festival. She is the host of Zilla Vision at Star Bar. I got to see her do some fantastic storytelling on my buddy Harmon Leon's show a few weeks ago when people were still going outside. And boy, am I glad I met her. Please welcome Zilla Vodnas. Hey, Zilla.
Hey, Adam.
How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me. I wanted to share a little video with you guys today. Is that okay?
Yes, but first you must answer our question of the week.
Oh, what's our question of the week?
Our question of the week is, what should we all be watching on TV? What should we be streaming? What's a don't miss program?
I love Unorthodox on Netflix, which is about a woman who defects from a Hasidic community in Williamsburg. And I have to say, the reflection of the culture is respectful. And I think it's just something that is very interesting. Also, I like a good soap. There's drama. There's, running from the law. It's wonderful. I love it.
All right. Well, I watched the first episode, loving it.
All right. Yeah.
Absolutely loving it. All right. So you have a video for us, and it's very unique. Will you set up for us what you have here?
So as a comic, unfortunately, most of the time I work blue, which means that I swear. But I really wanted to make something nice for everyone. No swearing. And also it revolves around a story I learned as a little girl. These current times have me thinking about what you can do when you're bored. And it involves origami. So here's my story.
Beautiful. All right, here we got a video from Zilla Vodnas. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Zilla Vodnas, and I'm going to tell you a story using a single sheet of origami paper, okay, and some folding techniques. The first thing you got to do is you got to fold it in half and match the corners as best as possible, okay? Nice, neat, straight lines, fold it. Folding the square over and over inwards. All right, so now let me get to my story. So I knew this cat who was like a regular, simple dude, blue collar, and he came into some money. One of his family members died, and like left him like $30,000. So he wanted to keep it a secret because he knew that if his wife found out, she would just spend the $30,000, but he wanted it for the retirement. So he put it in the bank, but he couldn't help himself. And he bought himself some fancy shoes. Like he took a little bit of money from the $30,000 and bought himself, look at these fancy gold shoes. He bought himself these shoes. They're pretty hot. Like I get it, right? So, but anyway, so he makes a big mistake. He wears these shoes home and his wife's like, do you have money? Oh my God, what's going on? Like, you got fancy shoes? I want fancy shoes. And he's like, all right. So he's like, I'll buy you a pair of fancy shoes. But she like gets real OD and she like goes to like Manolo Blahnik or whatever stupid son like that. And she gets like really fancy, expensive shoes like this. Look at these pointy, these are expensive, fancy shoes because you could never, these are not like viable. Like this is not an actual shoe you could wear and walk in. But anyway, it's just you buy these fancy shoes. Now, if you both got fly shoes, you got to get fly clothes. So the dude, he's like, I got to go take it to the limit, like, so he goes and gets some fancy pants. Look at these fancy pants. Oh, I got these gold pants. He said, boom, fancy pants. And he's like, no, you didn't. Fancy pants. How about this fancy sweater? Bam, 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 bam. Like, fancy collar, fancy belt, and fancy sweater. It's like a dynasty sweater, right? But now they've got to like just keep up with appearances. So they start decorating their house real fly. Look. They had a golden table. Look at this table. They had a golden table. You see that? So then everybody found out they had money, right? Because they were stunting. So people start showing up to the table to ask if they could share their money. And these people was not having that. So they were like, no. And what they do is they take all the money that they were supposed to save and they buy a boat. Look at this boat. And they go away. They're like, you know what? There's a lot of heat. We get away. And they go on the boat to all these faraway, beautiful places. And, the wife, she's just so used to stunting on everybody. She still posts on Instagram about where they're going. And, geotagging, what happens like with that? Apparently what happens? Pirates come, this because they're taking the sail down. And it's so messed up. They take the man. They cut off his head. They cut off, you see imagination. They cut off his arms. They cut off his legs. They roll him up in a little barrel and throw him overboard. All right. Then they take the lady and they cut off his head. They cut off, her head, her arms, legs. Boom, roll up, throw overboard. And those were my parents. No, I'm kidding. That's what happens to greedy people is the moral of the story. You should share your money. That being said, I need a manicure. No, I'm messing with you. I hope you enjoyed the story. My name's Zilla. Go to sleep.
Zilla, that was delightful. That was delightful.
Also, don't go to sleep, everyone. Stick around for Adam's amazing show.
Yeah, good idea. Well, it's not that late. You know what? It's late where Nick Holson is in Scotland.
Oh, hey, Nick.
So he should go to sleep after this. We'll check in with him soon. But Zilla, that was just delightful. It was so entertaining and such a joy. And a lot of respect for your color coordination in the books.
If you give a person a lot of time, this is the time, if ever, to color coordinate your books.
It's amazing. It's fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Zilla, for joining us. Give it up for Zilla Vodnas. You can follow her on the internet. And we'll wave goodbye to all our guests at the end. Zilla Vodnas, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check in on the comments. All right. We have Angel Vasquez Jr. says, love to Zilla from Mom and Dad. We got Mom and Dad. Hey, Mom and Dad. Tuning in. All right. We got Humox 2012's mentions Hammer Pants. I don't remember Zilla, did you mention hammer pants?
They look like hammer pants. That was a really awesome observation.
All right, great. All right, let's see what else we got here. Hey, look at this. Okay, Nick, I'm gonna bring you on for a second. Nick, this is your neighbor. Okay, Pete Tobias. He's also in Scotland.
I know that guy. Yeah, he just loves to
Well, you don't know him, but he has met you. He saw you came to our show. Howdy, Pete, a great friend living in Scotland. All right. And Pete Tobias also wants to say hello to Roberta Baven, who is in the crowd too. And Hugh Max 2012 has props to themselves. All right, Nick, I'm going to take you out of the stream because now we'll introduce you. Okay, this next gentleman, very excited to introduce. Oh, hold on. Okay. Pete's in London. I guess he left Scotland. I don't know. You have some explaining to do, Pete, okay? In my mind, you're in Scotland. And you running from something? You know, that's what I want to ask. Okay. This next gentleman, I'm so excited to introduce him. I met him because we, in summer 2017, we brought our show, Fochella Music Festival, to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. We needed to hire a guitarist. And we decided to look local. And I put out an ad, and I got not a whole lot of bites on it. And I found not only the most incredible guitarist, but a wonderful friend. And it feels like one of those moments when just something divinely comes together and happens. This was finding this young man, just a combination of talent and heart, and just a great person and a great player. And he was just so perfect joining us for our band, and is now a lifelong friend. He is a guitarist, a session musician, and a songwriter based in Fife, Scotland. He currently plays guitar for the soul funk disco quintet. Yeah, quintet. I don't know why I said it like that. The Passing Sages, as well as the alt-rock band Stay for Tomorrow, who has recently signed with Reaction Management. I'm going to show you a clip from Stay for Tomorrow's a music video they put out, a lyric video for their single Rumors. Check it out.
Tell me the truth. What are you going to lose? But nothing what you prefer to do. You said so talk your nerves. Well, I will call you out. And then you're stopping me now. And then you're stopping me.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the guitarist from that band, my good friend Nick Holson.
Hello.
What's up, Nick?
I'm good. My friends in the band are making fun of my snazzy little headset. So,
Nick, you have the most amazing outfits and outrageous things. It's the headphones that they're teasing about.
Yeah.
I know what they're
got
reaching.
to find something. I know.
Right, exactly.
And also, can I just say thank you so much? That speech was lovely. I mean, it started off a little bit like, okay, I was just like the only person you found, like no one else wanted to do it. But then you built it up towards the end. It was great.
I realized it was going in that direction, so I overcompensated in the other direction. I made up all that stuff. No, I truly feel that way. Really excited to have you here, Nick.
Thank you so much for having me on.
You can follow Nick Holson Guitar on Instagram, Facebook, all the places.
All the places. I'm everywhere, apart from outside.
Fantastic. Well, you know what? Don't let your friends get you down about your headset.
The funny thing is, it's my bandmates, but they're actually loving it right now because Matthew Tobin in the comments is also putting me down. So
good.
Everyone's just having a great time.
Good. Well, hold on, but not everybody's putting you down. Let's see. Jenny Pinzari thinks your jacket is phenomenal.
Thank you, Jenny.
And I would agree. And for all the nasty things, he does say, "JK, love you, Nick." So we like people chiming in the comments. Nick, our question of the week is, what should we all be streaming right now? What should we be watching?
Hey, you cool cats and kittens. It's got to be the Tiger King, right?
Excellent.
I mean, just when I thought America couldn't get any crazier, I watched the Tiger King, and everything else seems normal now in America.
Yeah, well, that's your profile of average America.
It is. Now I really know what it's like to be there and live there.
Yes, yeah.
You all have tigers, right?
We do.
I didn't meet yours.
We do. Yeah, we did in Hoboken. Tiger. What do you have for us, Nick?
Well, we had a lot of technical issues. So I've recorded a nice little guitar solo version of one of my band songs, one of the Passing Sages tracks. And my bass player, Mr. Klein's going to love this because he hates it the minute I start like shredding and playing away. He just sighs. So this one's dedicated to Mr. Klein.
All right, Mr. Clayton. Are you ready?
Klein.
Klein. Oh my God.
Klein.
I can't. You know what,
Like
Nick? I can't with the Scottish accent. It's just, there's no rules. Here we go. Let's check it out. Nick Holson, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, how do I stop the screen? There he is. Where is he?
Can't stop the
there
screaming.
He is.
That's the
You
thing.
can't stop the screaming. There he
It's
is.
like being
ladies
at a
and
live
gentlemen.
show there. It was great.
That's right. That was just awesome, Nick.
Thank you.
Now everybody sees. Look, I want to clarify. My point was, I couldn't believe that not only were there not. Yeah, I know. Not only were there not a lot of bites, but the person that I hired happened to be the greatest player in all of Scotland. That was fantastic, Nick.
Thank you
And
so much.
boy, there's a lot of mixed things happening in the
My
comments.
bandmate is basically just messaging me saying the comments is basically just bullying me, right?
Yeah, you're getting heckled.
That means I've made it.
Yes. Humox20 still says headbanging emoji, rock and roll emoji, Scottish flag emoji. Joam loves your wah face.
That's my singer.
But then Sean Priestley is offering you to a good home.
Yeah, well, he's a drummer, so at least he calls me a musician.
That's nice. That's nice. Well, no, it should be the other way. You call him a musician.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Respect to drummers. Respect to all the drummers out there. All right. And I don't see it, but Gemma Wickham said, I know him.
Who's she? Crazy stalker fan.
She is. I think she is actually in your house right now. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Nick Holson.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nick. Please stick around. Wave goodbye to our friends at the end. Woo! You're shredding. You're shredding. I feel shredded. My friends. Who's our next guest? All right. Get ready for this. I told you this was a variety show. And we've had a lot of performers. But this person who's coming on next, the first of her kind on Live from Lockdown, I'm so excited to welcome her. She is the founder of ArtBites. She has dedicated her career to exploring the nexus of art and culinary history through lectures, cooking classes, and tastings in museums across the country. She's been a guest on The Today Show, featured in Food and Wine magazine. She's interviewed on KCRW's Good Food and NPR's Splendid Table. She's also a contributor to Life and Time, that's THYME, Eaton Magazine, Gastro Obscura, and other publications. And in addition to all of this, she's my cousin. So I'm pretty proud. She's a wonderful person. She's as sweet as can be. And I'm so excited to welcome Maite Gomez-Rejón. Hi, Maite.
Hi, Adam.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's so good to see you. Your face lights up the screen, and so glad to see you.
You're so sweet. Good. Thanks for having me on a variety show. It's
for
exciting.
Sure. Are you doing a lot of variety shows right now?
I'm doing a lot of little videos sharing fun facts.
Yes.
So yeah, they've been keeping me sane throughout this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes.
Fun.
And for those of you who want to follow right there, artbites.net. You can follow Maite's stuff. She's also on Instagram, posts some great content there. And what do you have for us today, Maite?
I thought I would share some fun facts on this book. It's actually the earliest book on mixology that started the craze of American cocktails. But the man that wrote it, Jerry Thomas, was an interesting character. And at one point in his career, he worked as a minstrel show impresario. So I thought it would be appropriate to share a bit of his story on your show.
Hi, it's Maite Gomez-Rejón of ArtBites with the book that started the modern cocktail craze, How to Mix All Kinds of Plain and Fancy Drinks. It was written by a man named Jerry Thomas in 1862. He was the most famous bartender of his day and is considered the father of modern mixology. When the book came out, it was a hit. The Philadelphia Inquirer called it perfect and unique, and it laid the foundation for different formulas for mixed drinks that is actually still followed today. And Jerry Thomas created this idea of the mixologist as a creative professional. In 1871, together with his brother, they opened a bar in New York City on 22nd and Broadway. this bar was deemed the most famous freestanding bar in America. People came from all over just to visit. Its walls were covered with caricatures of actors and politicians of the day, as well as funhouse mirrors. So if you went, had a few drinks, you could entertain yourself in front of the mirrors. He was quite an interesting character. He is said to have tended bar wearing a bowler hat and had 2 white pet rats that would frolic around his shoulders while he was tending bar. He experimented with all sorts of ingredients. He made his own bitters. He actually starts the book with rules for bartenders, saying that bartenders should always aim to please. He talks about the differences in glasses, so using different glasses depending on different drinks. He mentions the difference between shaken drinks versus stirred drinks. And he's the first person to mention a lemon twist as a garnish. In previous times, the garnish for a cocktail, which were essentially punches and toddies, was grated nutmeg. So adding a fresh piece of, lemon zest really added this sort of freshness to the cocktail. He also says that ice is the soul of a cocktail. He has some quite, fancy drinks with a number of different cocktails. He also has some classic cocktails for the first time. Things like a Tom Collins and mint julep, and also an old-fashioned, which was called a whiskey cocktail. It wasn't old-fashioned at the time. So in honor of Jerry Thomas and this incredible bartender's guide, I'm going to make an old-fashioned, or rather whiskey cocktail, directly from its pages. So I have a few ingredients here. The first one that I'm going to add is gum syrup, which we don't really see that much today, but it was very popular in 19th century mixology in America. It's basically gum arabic with simple syrup. If you don't have it, you could use a sugar cube or simple syrup, but it gives an interesting texture. It's kind of thick. It gives an interesting texture to the drink. So I'm going to add a 1/4 ounce of gum syrup to a chilled glass, and then 2 dashes of bitters. Add a little bit more because I love bitters. And I'm going to add 2 ounces of rye whiskey. So there's 1.5, and another half on this side. Mix it. And then I have some of the soul of a cocktail, some ice. He instructs to mix it for 10 seconds before adding a twist. And there you go, in honor of Jerry Thomas, an old-fashioned whiskey cocktail. Cheers.
I can't hear you.
All right. Can you hear me? I had this fancy microphone, and it just decided to stop working. So, well, there it is. I'm back. I don't need to have that banner up anymore. I'm here. I don't know what that is. Maybe we'll figure it out later. All right. Oh, yeah, now my effects are not working. You guys, I told you something was up with the technical stuff today. I don't know what it was. There was a pulsing static sound, I'm told. Thank you, everybody, for staying tuned. All right. We are going to bring up our next guests. Boy, oh boy, is this a treat. Wait a second. I didn't get to close out with my hi, Maite.
Hi.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, I just went to hit my sound effects, which are not working. That was just so nice. And, you know, you never think about what was an old-fashioned before it was old-fashioned.
Before it was old-fashioned. I have
Right?
one right here. I'm drinking one right here.
Excellent. Excellent. I have just Jack on the rocks. Very boring. I wish I were quarantining with you and Dave, then I would have something much more interesting, I'm sure. I didn't get to ask you the question of the week, which is, what should we all be watching? What should we be streaming right now?
We just watched Succession on HBO, which was amazing. Dark, disgusting people.
Yeah.
So good. So
Okay.
good. Yeah.
All right. All right. I will check it out. Well, thank you, Maite, for joining us. My
Thank
applause
you,
button
Adam.
isn't working, so I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned or the, what was it called before it was an old-fashioned?
The whiskey cocktail.
Whiskey cocktail. The whiskey cocktail way. Goodbye, Maite. We'll
Thank
stick
you.
around to wave goodbye. We have everybody else clapping for her. Let's check in on the comments. Kevin Story is drunk just watching this. It's not the point, Kevin. Okay, this is education. All right, so get it together. Matthew Tobin had a cocktail every time cocktail was said. Again, you guys, that's not how it should be. Heidi Blotner, I know her. She says, love you, Maite, you rock. She does rock. David Trachtenberg, who is this amazing woman? He asks. And Jenny Prince Art points out, she's taken, David Trachtenberg. She is. All right, let's move on to our final guests of the evening. What a treat this is to have these guys here. Chris O'Neill and Paul Valenti hail from Connecticut, and they formed the Chris and Paul Show back in the year 2000. In the year 2000. Then moved together to a 16-foot by 8-foot studio, an apartment in New York City. Now, international comedy winners, the Chris and Paul Show have won such accolades as Best Newcomer nominee at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Best Actor in a Comedy, Chris and Paul tied in the New York Television Festival. Best Sketch Comedy Duo at the Annie Awards. Best Newcomer at the Montreal Comedy Festival. They were most recently finalists, ladies and gentlemen, on NBC's inaugural season of Bring the Funny. And I think I should take down this comment from Jenny Pinsari. Just take it. Where is it? Guys, the technical stuff today. Anyway, as I was saying, Chris and Paul, they were on NBC's Bring the Funny, and dare I say, the best thing on there. Miles above. I hope nobody else is watching that would get offended by them. You could check them out at chrisandpaulshow.com. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chris and Paul. Oh, my applause isn't working. We'll all applaud for ourselves. Hey, guys.
What's up,
Hey,
What's up?
How's it going?
Thanks for joining in.
of course.
Thanks for having us.
So you guys, you're not living together now.
No.
Not now. We've upgraded from bunk beds to separate places.
Nice.
Are you putting on a tie?
Yeah, I'm gonna put on a tie now. I'm putting
Are
a
you
tie.
going through-
Here we go. How's that?
It's very hot.
Haven't worn a tie in almost 2 months.
It still has the tag on it.
All right, don't be judgy.
Okay.
Now's
How
the
much
time.
was it?
Here we go.
Now's the
Okay.
time to put on a tie.
There we go.
Yeah, right now.
Yes. So you guys, what should we be watching on our streaming?
Ooh, I just finished watching Ozark season 3.
Yeah.
That show's amazing.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay. All right. Paul?
I say Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Especially the one with Scrappy Doo. Those are some of the best cartoons growing up.
Yeah.
You get a lot out of it. You get thriller, mystery, a little bit of whodunit. It's great. You get it all. And it's a cartoon.
Cool, Paul. Cool.
Yeah.
I actually just started showing my daughter Dinosaurs. Remember the old ABC show?
Yes, for sure.
She loves it. She's saying "Not the Mama." I'm like, that was me. That was me in '91. So
is it good? Does it hold up?
It's great. It's great. Now you're getting all the jokes you didn't get when you were a kid, and it's really like it's pretty edgy. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like a send up of sitcoms, right?
Yeah, it's just like it's like a 1950s classic all-American family sitcom, but they're dinosaurs. That's great.
And that was the sales pitch. In the 90s, that's all you needed.
They're like, like they were in the meeting room. They're like, okay, we're gonna pass, and the guy's walking out, and it's like, what if there were dinosaurs? And they're like, what if there were dinosaurs? Like,
right. It wasn't even in the original plan. That's it. What are you guys going to show us today?
Well, as you said, we were on NBC's Bring the Funny.
Yes.
And Chris and I made it through all the rounds. And in the third round, we decided. On the third round, we decided to do something very adventurous, and you can show what we did if you'd like. Hey, Chris.
No, you're the.
Oh, okay.
Hey, baby.
Hey.
All right, here we are.
Here we are.
Still fat. Yeah. You found it.
It's a cookie. Real cookie.
That's our friend.
Oh, wow, you guys.
Oh, look at all the stains.
I had seen that one and so enjoyed it, and just every time I enjoy it more, and I think that was the best thing on that show. Just heads above, and that was so awesome. And Cookie, does a cookie speak?
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, if you're claustrophobic, that cookie sucks, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
You can't see very well in it either. We should wash those arms. That's disgusting.
Yeah. It looks like a well used cookie.
Yeah, we've used it quite a bit. Yeah,
it's the real cookie. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on and oh my God, it's actually Paul Valenti.
It was him.
The whole time.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
We gotta get back in shape. We were in shape, so it doesn't work.
Well, you know what? There's always a time for everything. Well, thank you guys for joining in.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Adam.
If my applause button was working, I would hit it, but this is where we are. This is where we are. All right, you guys, hang around. We're gonna wave goodbye to everybody at the end, and let's see. So I have a song prepared. I was gonna close this out with, and I was gonna play it with a track, which is gonna be super cool. And the track also involved Nick Holson's guitar playing, which I was very excited about. But I can't pull up the track because my whole audio thing, just, whatever it was that happened to it. So I'm just going to do it live. I'm going to do it acoustic on the acoustic guitar. And you're going to have to imagine Nick's guitar solo. Nick, you don't have a guitar handy, do you? I can just cut to you at that part.
Yeah. I've got quite a few.
Do you remember a guitar part from a real thing?
Of course I don't.
Okay, great. All right. Sorry, I told you.
What key are we in?
All right, forget it, Nick. That was your chance. It's not going to work. I'm going to do it myself, okay? All right, I'm doing it myself. Let's check in on the comments first. Let's see. Jenny Pinzari says, looking sharp, Paul. Nick Holson guitar says, amazing. It was absolutely amazing. Brian Del Toro says, wow. I agree with that sentiment. Matthew Tobin says, bring back the cookie. I think the cookie's gone, Paul. Did the cookie go home? Give the people what they want, Paul. Give the people what they want.
There we go.
There it is. There's the cookie with its limp, lifeless arms. That's going to give me nightmares. All right. All right. All right. So here we go. I'm going to do a song for you guys. Wait a second. Here's me. Okay. So this song is from my album, Steps to the Left, Country for Liberals. This was an album I put together in 2018, along with some very talented friends of mine who played on it. And I was really excited to play this because Nick does this solo in it and etc. You get the point. But I'm going to play it for you right now, acoustic. Here we go. Now, this is, yesterday was Earth Day, so I thought this song would be appropriate. This song is about climate change. It's a real thing. Here we go. I don't believe that Hillary runs a child sex slave ring. I don't believe Obama is Al-Qaeda's global king. But I do believe in scientists and evidence-based claims. And I believe our planet's warming up and humans are to blame. And I believe it's a real thing. Talking about climate change. Yeah, I believe it's a real thing. I'm talking about climate change. I don't believe mass shootings are all just an inside job. And I don't believe George Soros is out hiring kids to sob. No, I don't believe these horseshit claims. By now you get the gist. But there is overwhelming evidence that Mother Nature's best. And I believe it's a real thing. I'm talking about climate change. Yeah, I believe it's a real thing. I'm talking about climate change. This is where Nick would play a solo. We're gonna have to imagine it. Wait, Nick is playing something. Here he is.
I found it. I found the music that I wrote.
All right, play it, Nick. Play it, Nick.
Right. Okay, go for it. Get me in.
You play it.
On my own. Okay.
It's not gonna work together. You do it on your own.
I need to move the music down. Big end. Then there's some notes up here, and then it's back to you.
Give it up for Nick Holson! And I believe, and then a modulates, I believe it's a real thing. Talking about climate change. Yeah, I believe it's a real thing. I'm talking about climate change. Yeah, I believe it's a real thing. Climate change. It's a real thing. I'm talking about climate change. Oh, I believe it's a real thing. I'm talking about climate change. Change. Make that change. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. I don't have my applause button. I would applaud for myself. Thank you. And give it up for Nick Holson on that well-timed solo.
Wow.
That was fantastic. Let's bring all of our guests back. All right. Oh, no, hold on. We'll check in the comments first. We'll check in the comments. Okay. You know what, you guys, my friends were helping me out here. My friends were helping me out. We have Matthew Tobin was singing, Ooh, Climate Change. Kevin Story was in our choir of that track, was also singing, Ooh, Climate Change. We have people, I don't know what that is. We have people holding up candles. What a nice thing. Again, you can check out Step to the Left, Country for Liberals on Spotify or wherever it is you listen to streaming music. I brought this picture out to show Nick playing with us at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in 2017. We're out on the Royal Mile. Look at us, wee babes, playing out on the mile. And Nick is pointing to his guitar. Same guitar, Nick?
I have that one.
You have that one. Fantastic. All right, my friends, let's bring all of our guests back up. Nick Holson, Maite Gomez-Rejón, Zilla Vodnas, Chris O'Neill, Paul Valenti. What a joy it has to have all you guys here. Let's give them all a big round of applause. Each other.
Thank you, Adam. You were awesome.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for being a part of this today. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I hope everybody out there, you guys are staying safe and staying comfortable and staying sane out there. And everybody have a wonderful night. Goodbye.
Bye.